This week, music lovers and artists from around the world will be flooding into Austin, Texas for the South by Southwest Music Festival.
And here to tell us more about the festival and which upcoming bands, I should say, we must see is writer and friend to the show, Chaz. Kangas. What's up?
Hey, how are we doing today?
Doing all right.
Chaz Boogie. Now, you know how we do here. We need to hear a freestyle about South by Southwest from Chaz. Kick it.
And I'm happy to do it today because it's such the musical episode, it seems. You know, excellent work earlier before I jump into this, I gotta say.
Why, thank you, Chaz. Thank you. We're taking this show on the road. But for now, it's all about you, so spit a few verses.
It's about me. Here we're gonna get fresh 360 talking about South by Southwest. Gonna put it down straight, not getting reckless, bringing New York that much closer to Texas.
Nice. See?
What? I was gonna give you a little beat. I was gonna.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
Okay, next time. Okay.
Cool.
Well, Chaz, there are music festivals around the world. Why is South by Southwest the must-attend event of the year? I mean, it's the hottest music ticket.
Oh, absolutely. It's gigantic at this point. Everyone who's anybody comes out there. Not only is it a great place to discover new bands from all over the world, bands going from as far away as Australia, Europe. Just, it's a massive, massive outpouring. And along with that, so many big-name stars are there that, you know, there's plenty of options for everyone who attends. Even beyond music, there's now film there. There's a lot of social media out there.
Yes.
It's just really a multimedia giant gathering.
Now, it started in 1987, right? Now, okay, can you name some of the artists kind of like evolved from the festival?
Well, like over the years, a lot of artists have played. Everyone from LL Cool J to Austin native Lucinda Williams, who's become sort of the icon of it, alternative country great.
Right.
And beyond there, it's also made a lot of really important career moments. James Blunt was discovered there. John Mayer got his first record deal there. Hanson, actually, before they were signed at all, their dad brought them out just to perform, and that's how they wound up with their first manager and went to stardom.
Hanson? Bop Hanson?
Blonde hair, right?
Really?
All the greats.
You guys know that song, huh? And you guys sang it together, too.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, you admitted that.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. We'll do a duet later in the show.
Okay, good.
All right. So the event runs from the 7th through the 16th, right?
Correct.
Okay, so who can we expect to see this year?
Any and everybody. People keep getting added to the bill. It was just announced yesterday that Jay-Z and Kanye West will now be performing.
You are kidding.
They're going to be playing. Coldplay is going to be playing. Skrillex is going to be playing stuff from his new album coming out next week. Schoolboy Q, the current #1 holder on Billboard, is going to be performing. It's just a real gigantic, massive, huge stars, and there's a lot of great up-and-coming artists who are playing there too. So really, if anyone's out in Austin, you can't open your window without seeing a band at this point.
So let me ask you kind of like a personal question. Was there an artist that surprised you? Like, you know, that stuck out to you, like in all the years you've been doing it, you're like, oh wow, I like that. Who would you say?
Oh, from the whole South by Southwest. Well, when seeing like footage like come back, even like, you know, I think probably one of my favorite moments of seeing like leaked footage is when Odd Future played South by Southwest.
Oh yeah.
Because they were like about like 8 months into like their momentum, and at that point for indie rap to get any sort of shine like that was really cool.
Right.
But then when they turned South by Southwest into a giant just tornado of just this massive humanity screaming, running, jumping all over the place, it's always fun to see.
You like that debauchery, don't you?
I'm a fan of chaos.
You're a fan of chaos. Chaz Chaos. That's what we'll call you. Now, Lady Gaga is the keynote speaker this year. What exactly does a keynote speaker do at South by Southwest?
Oh, well, the keynote speaker over the years has been the person who speaks about essentially in music and what's going on, the state of affairs, as well as like what it means and what the future means, both of the importance of South by Southwest, as well as advice to young musicians. In the past, they've had Bruce Springsteen. Last year, they had Dave Grohl. They've had Neil Young in the past as well. Lady Gaga is the first female speaker in 15 years.
Really?
Since the aforementioned Lucinda Williams back in '99.
Okay.
And so she's going to be presumably talking the day after her first South by Southwest performance, sponsored by Doritos, about how...
I like that, sponsored by Doritos. Sponsored by Doritos.
And really just about, she has said she wants to make a real interactive, different experience, because she plays so many arena shows right now that she wants to, you know, almost harken back to her years as my NYU classmate, performing, you know, like in a bikini.
Did you just name drop?
I did just name drop NYU.
So you went to NYU with Lady Gaga?
We were both NY unicorns.
Shut up!
You were kidding.
Yeah. Now, did you know each other when you were?
Not personally, but I knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew her. So
there you go.
You know,
okay.
We all go back to Kevin Bacon. So.
NYU unicorns, that's cute. I went to NYU for grad grad school, but that's a whole other story. Okay, so Lady Gaga's the first woman in 15 years. You've named a lot of big names, Lady Gaga, Kanye, Jay-Z, Skrillex, et cetera, et cetera. But what about the unknown acts? How do they go about getting on the bill, and how do they go about getting discovered?
Great question.
Thank you.
It's not in my notes, but I love that question.
Okay.
Well, South by Southwest has 6 months of official bands to apply and be part of it, and from there they have about like 20 or 20,000 or so people sign up for it. But really, so many bands have crashed the festival over the years,
Is that
and just
right?
you know, they book their own venues and then perform there. I remember 3 years ago, I'm not quite sure if they were official or not, but two New York rappers who I really enjoyed, Jesse Abraham and Premrock, just booked a venue and went out there to perform. And now that very same venue is where like the good music showcases and the Fool's Gold showcases, the Def Jam showcase. So you know, hip hop just grows there. You know, you plant the seeds and it just keeps expanding.
Wow, wow. Okay, so do they audition, or do you guys like check out videos of them, or they go to YouTube? How do you?
People send a fee. They send the application, they fill it out. There's like I think a $33 fee. Up to a certain time.
Right.
And otherwise, you know, everyone wants to just get on the action. So, you know, I've always wanted to just go out there and perform at like a Citibank there, or just some distinctly not music location.
By the ATM in the vestibule. Yeah, that'd be nice. I like that. I'd be there. Now, over the years, everyone from, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel's there right now, Jimmy Fallon's there, and it seems like it's really, as you mentioned before, become more than just a music event. Google's there, Twitter's there. Talk to us about how it's evolved into a pop culture phenom and not just a music event.
I think everyone knows because there's such a gigantic turnout. You have, 300,000 people show up to Austin every year for it.
Goodness.
So just everyone is immediately next to each other, and everyone wants to, land in front of eyes and be heard through ears.
Now, some people have said that it's too big now. Like the festival purists, the people who've been there since the late 80s, think it's just become this colossal commercialized mess. What do you make of that?
Well, everyone says every festival gets too big at some point. And, on one hand, nobody likes paying more than they paid last year for Soda Pop. On the other hand, though, when you get the chance to see more music, more people come out, yeah, things get crowded, but when you get more opportunity, comedy was added to South by Southwest in 2008, and now tonight they have the Chris Gethard show there. So there's always something new happening. They're always constantly innovating, and there's just so much more happening that, it's getting bigger, things change, but, life changes.
So you're adding on venues, more venues, like different like comedy clubs, or
more venues, and the show's also
going much longer. You may be there next year, Wally.
I'm trying. What's the fee now? $33. Okay.
Or just show up, just fine.
I can do that. I can just hang out some corner and say I'm at the festival.
Yeah, actually, another one of my favorite moments. It was 2010 when just a bunch of indie rappers who happened to all be performing at South by Southwest just set up literally a milk crate outside like one venue in the middle of the day and just freestyled for hours.
That's a good idea.
Yep. Oh yes. Everyone from C. Ray's Waltz to Sage Francis to Jean Grey were there.
All right.
And footage leaked from it, and that's that's really that word of mouth intimacy spreading. So while festivals get big and you have artists like Jay-Z and Lady Gaga performing at these huge venues, there's still such a chance to see just so many just great people on the corner. I'm from Minneapolis originally, and I remember the big deal when a bunch of Minneapolis rappers went out in 2000, which you can still find images of online when Atmosphere and the Micronauts went out there. And now there's such a strong hip hop presence there. It's hip hop's I have a preference for it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think
there's so much of it.
I think it's great. I think it's beautiful.
I think it's going to be around for a while.
Yeah,
I have a feeling.
A little longer.
Yeah.
You guys are terrible. Chaz, thank you so much, and thank you for that freestyle. Can't wait to see you again soon. All right?
Sounds good.
And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.